What's happening, guys? Hopefully you can hear me good. I don't have the microphone to my mouth, but it's right here. So, welcome to another one of YG's Breakdown. Now, another game that we didn't win. Another game that, well, this was a game this time where we weren't even in a leading position this time. We had to come from 2 goals down. So, let's get into this. You know what I mean? Let's break this down. Let's break it down. So, as you can see here, this is inside the first 30 seconds of the game. And Ramsdale is just there like, who am I going to pass the ball to? Well, Thomas Partey's got a man right behind him that I don't think Ramsdale saw. You've got Gabriel there. Looks like Zinchenko there. Right? Is that Martinelli there or Vieira? Obviously, there's Odegaard there. Right, so Zinchenko is obviously not in his position, which we know because he's one of those inverted left backs. But yeah, Ramsdale's, you know, looking at this, you could at least just launch it inside 30 seconds. Now he's just passed the ball. This player now has just intercepted the ball. Right? He passed the ball. Want to pass it to Partey. Or might have been Zinchenko who wanted to pass it to. This player has now come to intercept it. Absolute shambles. So as you can see now, players just shot. Ball's there. Mistake from Ramsdale. Classic. Arsenal, if Arsenal are not going to achieve something, it's never done by, we tried our best, the team just, you know, it just went for them, it just didn't go for us. Nope, it's always we fuck up. It's always our fuck up. Then the ball's in the back of the net. As you can see right here. Ramsdale did get his hand to the ball. Doesn't matter though, does it? Because it still went in. 1-0 down after 30 seconds. Leeds almost did this. Bournemouth scored within the first 9 seconds. I think it was. Leeds could have been quicker. But Ramsdale saved that one. Ridiculous. So as you can see here, this is the pass that Ramsdale makes. So he doesn't see. He's got the whole pitch to look at. But he doesn't see that Partey had a player there. The player wasn't really even hiding behind him, really. But Ramsdale just didn't. All he focused on was the players in red. Didn't look at the players in blue. You know, being a goalkeeper, you need to look at those as well. But no. So that ball is about to go that way. So it's a misplaced pass anyway, really, when you think about it. Thomas Partey looks like he's pointing that way. Right? He's pointing this way, it looks like. I don't know, maybe he just moved his hand like that, right? This player knows, so I'm going to get that ball. Zinchenko's getting ready to move that way. See, can you see the shambles now? Absolute shambles. As you can see there, yeah. Ever so slightly gets his hand on the ball. Not enough to keep that ball out. 1-0 down after 30 seconds. So this led up to the second goal. So Odegaard has literally just kicked that ball. You can't see the ball, but it's literally the ball. The ball is like being kicked. And it's going to go to this Southampton player who's then going to, you know the rest. Now as you can see here, Alcaraz, the goal scorer, has the ball. Here's Theo Walcott, who's we know full well what Theo Walcott's capable of on that right hand side. Right? Who's that? Take 3 guesses who that is. Yeah, I think you can get it in 1. Yeah. Yeah. So every time this motherfucker fucks up, Gabriel has to be the one that tries to pick up the pieces, just like at Anfield. Walcott's calling for the ball. He wants it through so he can run to it. I don't know how aware Gabriel is of Walcott. I don't know if he's aware how fast Walcott is. But at the same time, Zinchenko, he's out of position. He's out of position. Gabriel is having to make up for left back mistakes. Or he's having to try at least. Now it's too late. At this point it's too late. The ball's literally just been fizzed. Right? Walcott, he's getting it. Gabriel's no chance. He were in a position to be able to just dart as quickly to catch up to Walcott. It's fucked. You know what I mean? Walcott might be, what, 34 years old? Yeah, he hasn't lost his speed. That's one thing he hasn't lost. His speed. One thing he's managed to maintain throughout his career is his speed. And he doesn't look like he's slowing down. It looks like maybe he's a couple of seconds off, which is still a huge difference. But considering how fast the guy already is, you're fucked if you're in that position. When you've got left back that's here, then your left centre back now has to try and pick up the pieces again. Fucking shambles. And as you can see, Walcott's literally just about to pass that ball into the far corner. Something that we know he does. He's done that for us plenty of times. This is his classic goal. You know how we know Thierry Henry's classic goal? You know, on the left-hand side and passes it into the corner. Walcott is the opposite side, but with the right foot, putting it in the opposite corner. That is literally Walcott's bread and butter kind of goal. Literally. Absolute shambles. And then the ball's in the back of the net. I mean, look at our left back. He's not even inside the box at this point. That's how far off he was. He's not even inside the box as the ball's already in the net. That's how far off he was to begin with. You know what I mean? Look how far in Gabriel is. Who had to try and run back with Walcott. Walcott's too quick for him. Because the left back wasn't there. You know what I mean? The fact of the matter is, you see Gabriel's this far in means he was closest to try and get Walcott. Whereas our left back was all the way here by the time the ball's in the back of the net. He's not even inside the box. So just looking at this, you know he had absolutely zero chance of doing anything about this. Because he was too far away. Because he was not in position. Absolute fucking shambles. Again. The goal scorer literally just put his foot to the ball. Look at Walcott. Look how onside he is, right? And then how quickly he gets to the ball. That's how fast he is. Damn! Gabriel is still worrying about what is he going to do. When you're in that kind of position, it's very hard to play an offside trap. Very hard. When you've got Ben White here, you got Ben White here as well. You can't play an offside trap. It's Gabriel's not even thinking about that. But look at Zinchenko. Let me just isolate him. Zinchenko's right there. Got Holding there. Partey there. Ben White here. Gabriel there. Look at our back four positioning. See what it's caused? It's Ben White has to stay here. Holding's had to go forward. Gabriel has had to stay in that position, while Big Zinny is all the way behind them or in front of them, however you want to call it. Absolute fucking shambles. As you can see, look, ball's there. Walcott's getting ready to place it. Gabriel, no chance. Zinchenko, look how far back he is. Damn! And he's supposed to be dealing with that side. You know what I mean? But the fact of the matter is, look how far back he is. Holding would never have to come out like this. Right? Well, no, if anything, if Zinchenko was more in his left back position, right, then there wouldn't have to be a sacrifice of centre backs coming. You know what I mean? If Zinchenko was marking Walcott, right, Gabriel would be in a better position. Our centre backs pairing would be in a better position. You know what I mean? Because look at where Ben White is. He's the right back. He don't invert. You know what I mean? He don't invert. You know what I mean? So this is us now going on the attack to pull a goal back. Odegaard put that ball in for Saka. The rest is history. So Saka already placed the ball in. Martinelli, big Gabs. Just about to kick it in. 2-1. You look at that and you think, because Arsenal, because we've scored in this game now, you know, we've it's not like we went 3-0 down. I knew that, yeah, you know, there's a chance of coming back again, but not necessarily to win. Right, so this is a chance that Southampton had. I can't believe they had that many chances. The bottom of the table, right? The ball's just been lifted in. If I can see it anywhere, it's somewhere in this region anyway, right? Because this player is about to head the ball. They almost went 3-1 up from this. So the player's just headed the ball. Ramsdale doesn't catch it properly. Butterfingers. Crumble FC. We've absolutely lost it. We've absolutely lost the plot. We've literally crumbled. Players aren't doing anything that they were doing before now. This is almost 3-1 at this point. So this player here has just volleyed the ball and Ramsdale's just tipped it to tip it over. Could have been 3-1 at that point. You know what I mean? And that was the first half. See, this is him making a mess from that header. Didn't catch it, no nothing. And then this is the response after the ball fizzed back out to the player. Just tipped it over. Fortunate not to go 3 down at that point. Now this is from a corner from Saka. Ben White gets his head onto it. Unfortunately, player clears it off the line. Would have been a good goal as well. You know what I mean? Would have been a good goal to, you know, would have been a different game if I went in. You know what I mean? At this point. Still in the first half. As you can see, players just headed it out or cleared it off the line. So close. As you can see, big Benny boy about to get his head onto it. Bam. And it's actually the goal scorer that clears it off the line. As you can see there, ball's there, he's about to header it back out. So close. So this is Southampton's third goal to put them 3-1 up in the second half. I think the ball's in this region somewhere. Ward-Prowse just whipped it in. This player gets his head onto it. Heads it back there. This player gets his head onto it. Heads it in. Conceding from a set piece. Absolute fucking shambles that this could happen at the Emirates. We already struggled against them at St Mary's. Southampton have scored, what, 15% of their goals against us or something like that, that someone said. 15% of their goals this season has been against us. 4 altogether. Absolute fucking disgrace. And as you can see, this player's just about got his head onto it to head it in. Ramsdale He's like, fam, what's going on? Again. And as you can see here, this player, who should have been marking him? Who should have been on him? Big Zenny. I don't want to see Zinchenko at left back ever again. We are going to get absolutely hammered in the Champions League next season. We are going to get absolutely hammered if Southampton can come and do this. Because I know in this transfer window coming up, we're not going to get rid of players that we should, right? We're not going to play players where they should play. And we're going to keep playing players where they shouldn't play. Right? Again, look what he's doing. He's ball watching. This player is about to header it in. A fucking disgrace. I don't want Zinchenko at left back ever again. You might as well play Partey as a right back. Like, it's just fucking stupid. But we're gonna keep doing this. We're gonna keep fucking doing this. He's already got his head onto that ball now. Bam. Zinchenko's like, shit. Fucking shambles. So this is when we pull a goal back. Odegaard, Ben White passes to Odegaard. He passes back to him. Odegaard smashes it in. As you can see, it's just kicked the ball. It's going to go in the far corner. Good goal. But this should have happened in the first 30 seconds for us. It's Southampton. Bottom of the table. No, I hope Southampton go down. Because we know that, well, in all fairness, Southampton took the chances. So I'm not really mad at them for this. I was more pissed off at the draw at St Mary's in terms of being pissed off at them because they turned up so much despite getting the asses kicked throughout the season. They did this last season. But this game, I can't really get on them like that because at the end of the day, they pounced off a mistake. That's enough to give them confidence to then make them believe they're going to win this game. So them going 3-1 up at that point wouldn't really be a surprise. Because they got what they needed when Ramsdale handed them a fucking goal. Damn! Now, this was what led up to us equalising for 3-3. Big Tross with the ball. I don't know what he has to do to start a game. Fuck knows what he has to do. But what I know is that he's not going to start at the Etihad. Saka's going to start. Who I think needs a seat on a bench. You know what I mean? If not, maybe Martinelli, put him on the bench or something. Trossard needs to start. I want him and Jesus to start, even though Jesus was shocking in this game. Right? But Trossard makes this happen. Because he passes through this player to Nelson. So Jesus laid it off to Nelson, who tries to obviously place it. Keeper saves it, ball ricochets. Saka's there to smash it home. 3-0. Now it's a bottle job on Southampton's end because they were winning 2-0 and 3-1, and they didn't come out winners. But why would they even come into the Emirates and winning a ground that they've never won at, apart from an FA Cup game? The fuck. Ridiculous. Then yeah, puts it in 3-0. Big whoop to do. League's done anyway. Let's just play for pride now. Like my brother said, when the pressure's off, we'll probably smoke Brighton, Forest, and Wolves. When the pressure's off, and Jesus will get a hat trick in one of them games. Now it would have been sweet if it went in, but he hit the bar, and this is with his weak foot. This is what I mean. Players like Trossard are very necessary, right? He's a 2-foot player, right? A 2-foot player, whatever side you see him on, you're thinking to yourself, shoot. The Marcus on your left or your right. You see, if this was Partey in his position right now, he could shoot with his left foot because, you know, you have a left foot to kick the ball with. But we wouldn't have gone anywhere. Chances of it being anything like Trossard's shot is very low. Because he's not a 2-foot player like that. Whereas, if he was on his right foot, I'd shoot all day long. But Trossard, right-foot player, but he's 2-footed. And he's been 2-footed since he was a child, a 2-foot player. Unfortunately, he hits the crossbar with this one. But how many of them players on that pitch would have done this with their weak foot from there and had a shot fizz the way he did? You know what I mean? It's unfortunate. So you're looking at it, he's just shot. You're looking at it and you think, yeah, go in there. But hits the crossbar. I'm telling you, Trossard is necessary. And I don't know what he has to do to start games. Right? Because the whole point of having any depth is, you know, you're a little bit out of form, so I'm going to bench you for the next game and put him in. It's just hit the crossbar. As you can see, the ball's there. How unfortunate. Could have won that game 4-3 and, you know, took any dignity that I had with him out of that and be like, yeah, next game, Man City, let's go. Should never have to have been scraping for a draw in this game anyway. Fighting for a win from being goals down. Southampton. Ridiculous. So yeah, you know, I'm just brought it back. The ball's literally just about to hit the crossbar. Shambles. Absolute fucking shambles. A lot of them. Right? Ramsdale, shambles. He initiated all this. First 30 seconds. Fabio Vieira, absolutely fucking useless. Right? This was a game you put Big George in. Okay, Granit Xhaka's injured. Okay, throw Big George in there. Experience. No. So what the fuck was the point in signing him then? Why can't him and Partey play together? Ridiculous. What's the point in taking Big George from Chelsea then? The fuck was the point in that? Anyways, I'm done with this video. Like the video, share the video, comment, subscribe to the channel, follow all the socials, and I'll see you guys